Welcome back, paranormal enthusiasts. Today we embark on a spine-tingling journey through the dark and mysterious world of one of the most haunted hotels. From ghostly apparitions to eerie sounds in the dead of night, these accommodations are not for the faint of heart. So buckle up and prepare for a chilling adventure. I'm your host, and this is Haunted Hotel, America's Ghostly Secrets. There are many of the haunted hotels all over the world, but this one's specially bringing my attention, maybe as I'm a big fan of the book adaptation, or maybe just the fan of Mr. Jack Nicholson's role in the movie. Nevertheless, here is a historic Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. Made famous by the novel and movie adaptation, The Shining, this grand establishment is said to be haunted by several spirits. Historic landmark that has gained worldwide fame for its alleged paranormal activity. Built by Freeland Oscar Stanley, an inventor and entrepreneur, the hotel first opened its doors in 1909. Nestled amidst the stunning Rocky Mountains, the Stanley Hotel is known for its breathtaking views and old-world charm. The hotel's reputation as one of America's most haunted hotels began to grow after renowned author Stephen King stayed there in 1974. Inspired by his experiences at the Stanley Hotel, King wrote his best-selling novel, The Shining, which later became a classic horror film directed by Stanley Kubrick. Numerous guests and staff members at the Stanley Hotel have reported encountering supernatural phenomena over the years. One of the most well-known ghostly figures is that of Mr. Stanley himself, the hotel's founder. Although Stanley passed away in 1940, guests and staff members have reported encounters with his apparition throughout the years. Many witnesses claim to have seen Mr. Stanley's ghost in various parts of the hotel. He is often described as a distinguished-looking man in formal attire, with a neatly trimmed mustache. Some have reported seeing him in the hallways or common areas, while others claim to have encountered him in the billiards room, which was one of his favorite spots during his lifetime. Witnesses have often detected the smell of cigar smoke accompanying the sightings of Stanley's apparition. It is said that he was an avid cigar smoker, and his lingering presence is sometimes associated with the scent of his favorite tobacco. While these ghostly appearances are generally described as benign and non-threatening, some guests have reported feeling a sense of his watchful presence. They may experience a feeling of being observed or an inexplicable sense of comfort and warmth. It's important to note that the accounts of paranormal experiences involving Mr. Stanley's ghost are primarily based on personal testimonies and anecdotes. The Stanley Hotel has become renowned as a hub for paranormal enthusiasts, with various paranormal investigations conducted on site, capturing evidence such as audio recordings and photographs that are believed to support the existence of supernatural activity. Whether or not one believes in the ghostly presence of Mr. Stanley at the Stanley Hotel, his enduring legacy and the tales of his apparition continue to captivate visitors and contribute to the hotel's reputation as a paranormal hotspot. If you like this type of content and you enjoy this video so far, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you will not miss any of future uploads. Now, let's go back to the video. Room 217 is particularly infamous for its paranormal activity. It is believed to be haunted by a mischievous spirit. Guests have reported experiencing unexplained phenomena in this room, such as doors locking and unlocking on their own, and luggage being unpacked or moved by unseen hands. In 1911, a noteworthy incident occurred in this room involving a gas leak and an explosion. A housekeeper named Elizabeth Wilson was tending to the room's lanterns when a gas leak caused an explosion. Miraculously, she survived the incident with only minor injuries. Since then, Room 217 has gained a reputation for being one of the most active and haunted rooms in the hotel. Guests who have stayed in or visited the room have reported a variety of paranormal experiences. Some claim to have witnessed lights flickering on and off, objects moving by themselves, and doors locking and unlocking on their own. Visitors have also reported encountering the presence of a woman believed to be Elizabeth herself. Some have claimed to see an apparition of a woman dressed in old-fashioned clothing, while others have experienced a sense of unease or a feeling of being watched within the room. Despite its haunted reputation, the Stanley Hotel continues to offer Room 217 to guests who are intrigued by the paranormal. The room has been renovated over the years, but still retains its historic charm. It remains a popular choice for those seeking a potentially eerie and unforgettable stay at the infamous hotel. Other reported paranormal occurrences include the sounds of children laughing and playing when no children are present, pianos playing by themselves in the empty concert hall, and ghostly figures appearing in photographs taken by guests. There have been deaths that have occurred at the Stanley Hotel throughout its long history. However, it's important to note that deaths happening at a location does not necessarily imply a direct connection to the reported haunting or paranormal activity. Given the age of the hotel and its extensive history, it is natural that some guests and staff members may have passed away within its premises or nearby. Additionally, the Stanley Hotel has witnessed tragedies that were unrelated to its paranormal reputation. It is also worth mentioning that the hotel served as a temporary lodging facility for tuberculosis, which I will explain in just a few moments, patients in the early 20th century, when it was known as the Stanley Manor Sanatorium. While some patients may have passed away during their stay, it is unclear how these circumstances, if any, are connected to reported hauntings. As promised, here our explanation of what is tuberculosis, TB, is a potentially serious infectious disease caused by bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It primarily affects the lungs but can also affect other parts of the body, such as the kidneys, spine, and brain. TB is spread through the air when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks, releasing tiny droplets containing the bacteria. When someone else inhales these droplets, they can become infected. However, it is important to note that TB is not as easily transmitted as some other respiratory infections, and prolonged close contact with an infected individual is usually necessary for transmission to occur. Once infected with the bacteria, a person may develop latent TB infection or active TB disease. In the case of latent TB infection, the bacteria remain dormant in the body and do not cause symptoms. However, they can become active and cause illness later if the person's immune system becomes weakened. Active TB disease is characterized by symptoms such as persistent cough, chest pain, fatigue, weight loss, night sweats, and fever. If left untreated, TB can be life-threatening. However, with proper medical treatment, most cases of TB can be cured. In the past, before the availability of effective treatments, TB was a widespread and deadly disease, often referred to as consumption or the White Plague. Tuberculosis sanatoriums or facilities like the Stanley Hotel served as treatment centers for individuals with tuberculosis. These facilities aim to isolate patients and provide a conducive environment for rest and recovery. Today, with advancements in medical science and the availability of antibiotics, tuberculosis is much more manageable and can be treated effectively. Public health initiatives focus on early detection, proper treatment, and prevention strategies to reduce the spread of TB. The Stanley Hotel embraces its haunted reputation and offers ghost tours and paranormal investigations for those interested in exploring the supernatural side of the hotel. Professional paranormal investigators and enthusiasts have conducted numerous investigations, capturing eerie audio recordings and unexplained phenomena. In addition to its ghostly encounters, the Stanley Hotel is known for its architectural beauty and historical significance. The hotel features classic colonial revival-style architecture, elegant interiors, and a rich history that spans over a century. Today, the Stanley Hotel continues to welcome guests from around the world who are drawn to its haunting allure. Whether you're a believer in the paranormal or simply fascinated by history and the macabre, a visit to the Stanley Hotel is sure to provide an unforgettable experience. The existence of ghosts and paranormal phenomena is a topic of debate and personal belief. While many guests and staff members of the Stanley Hotel and other haunted locations have reported encounters with ghosts, it is important to note that evidence of such occurrences is largely anecdotal and subjective. In the case of the Stanley Hotel, numerous guests and paranormal investigators have claimed to capture evidence of ghostly activity through photographs, audio recordings, and video footage. Some of these purported evidences include apparitions, strange lights, unexplained sounds or voices, and objects seemingly moving on their own. Additionally, paranormal investigations conducted at the Stanley Hotel and other haunted locations often employ various tools and techniques to gather potential evidence. These include electromagnetic field, EMF meters, to detect fluctuations in energy, EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, recorders to capture possible disembodied voices, and thermal imaging cameras to detect temperature anomalies associated with ghostly manifestations. However, it's important to approach such evidence with a critical mindset, as these tools and experiences can sometimes be subject to alternative explanations or interpretations. Skeptics argue that many reported paranormal occurrences can be attributed to natural phenomena, psychological factors, or even hoaxes. Ultimately, the existence of ghosts and concrete scientific proof of their presence remain open to interpretation and personal belief. Whether or not one believes in the existence of ghosts, the stories, experiences, and legends associated with haunted locations like the Stanley Hotel continue to captivate and intrigue people with a fascination for the supernatural. As it was pointed out by my wife to mention the end scene from movie and the hedge maze where Jack Nicholson frees to death, here we are. The hedge maze itself, featured at the end of the movie The Shining, is not a real maze at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. In the film adaptation directed by Stanley Kubrick, a maze was created on a set to depict the climactic scene involving the characters. The movie's depiction of the maze was a significant departure from the actual layout of the hotel's grounds. The hotel does have a hedge maze on its property, but it was constructed after the release of the film. The hotel added the maze as a tribute to the movie and its impact on popular culture. Visitors to the Stanley Hotel can now explore the real hedge maze, which is located near the main building and offers a fun and interactive experience. It's worth noting that the Stanley Hotel, as a real-life establishment, has its own historical significance and haunting legends separate from the fictional story portrayed in The Shining. While the film drew inspiration from the hotel and helped popularize its association with the supernatural, the events depicted in the movie are fictional and not reflective of the actual haunted experiences reported at the Stanley Hotel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our eerie adventures. And as always, sleep tight, if you can.